Howdy, y'all. My name is Gabby, and I'm here with Taylor, Lindsey, and Brandon. And we're the group that's going to be moderating our Week 11 discussion. The article that we chose to discuss is Radical Honesty, Truth-Telling as a Pedagogy for Working Through Shame in Academic Spaces by Bianca Williams. And as we kind of go through this video, I wanted to give an overview. And so we're going to be going over a brief summary of the article, as well as highlighting 4 key points that we really felt were main takeaways. And then Brandon's going to be wrapping this up for us with our discussion questions and further instructions for you all to complete the moderated discussion online as well. The summary that we really felt encapsulated this article is that the chapter examines radical honesty as a teaching approach that encourages open truth-telling to address and work through feelings of shame in academic settings. And it's really important to highlight that this is both on the educator side and for our learners as well. Williams argues that educators must acknowledge the impact of racial and cultural power dynamics on students' learning experiences and proposes radical honesty as a means to confront those issues directly. This approach aims to create a supportive environment where students and educators can confront uncomfortable truths to foster resilience, self-awareness, and create more equitable academic spaces.
Going over our first key point, radical honesty foundation. So this is rooted in truth-telling from both educators and student perspectives. We're valuing personal experiences and narratives and using the knowledge to create action. Again, we're focusing on both the students and the teachers being able to be vulnerable in a safe manner. And this helps both people understand, or both parties understand, where the other one is coming from emotionally and physically, and can allow each party to have greater empathy for one another. And then our second key point, radical honesty confronts shame. Williams argues that adopting radical honesty in educational spaces allows students and educators to openly confront feelings of shame related to race, privilege, and identity. This approach encourages self-awareness and the development of resilience by addressing these difficult emotions head-on. Right? Everyone has shame to some extent, and being able to be open with these feelings in an environment where they're able to share their feelings, they're able to build resilience. Williams talks about a time where a student shares about a recent suicide attempt and how that moment could have been shrouded in shame, but instead it provided an opportunity for the students to band together and deepen their connections with one another.
And then key point number 3, radical honesty can disrupt traditional power structures in academic settings. So I thought about this as, traditionally an instructor or professor holds all the power, has all the say, they're leading the discussions, and the students aren't heavily involved for this part. So radical honesty can disrupt that power dynamic and give more power to the students and kind of create a community where we're able to hear each other's truths and be comfortable with having some difficult conversations. It says here, we disrupt traditional power structures by fostering open dialogue on issues of race and equity. This approach encourages a shared responsibility for creating a safe and equitable learning environment where students feel empowered to express themselves honestly. For the students, that might look like a discussion where they're able to be heard and then hear others' experiences. Dr. Bianca Williams shares how an instructor can do this also and really model this truth-telling or radical honesty. She, on the first day of class, where professors would normally go over a syllabus, she says at the end of the class, she tells her students all about her. This is my name, this is what you call me, my pronouns, my ethnicity, and then things about her background that might influence her teaching in the classroom. So those are just some examples of truth-telling in the classroom and then how that can disrupt traditional power structures in the classroom. And then key point number 4, educational growth through discomfort via truth-telling. So Williams suggests that embracing discomfort and truth-telling in the classroom can lead to significant personal and educational growth. We're really learning how to navigate those difficult conversations and learning from each other through discussion, open discussion. By navigating these challenging conversations, students and educators can build more authentic connections and a stronger commitment to equity and inclusion in the classroom.
All right, y'all. So just some discussion questions that we've kind of cooked up here. for y'all to kind of gnaw on a little bit and see how we're synthesizing with the reading and all that kind of stuff. So, firstly, how might radical honesty influence the learning environment, and what can educators do to foster trust and open communication? This is something that's going to be super important whenever we're in those teaching settings and we're trying to create an environment where our students feel like they can not only, express themselves and be truthful and honest, but they know that they are going to receive honesty in return from their classmates. And then to follow that up, are there situations where radical honesty isn't best to be used? How would you confront a situation where maybe being radically honest is not the best course of action? This question comes from the fact that the examples provided in the reading, there are situations where radical honesty calls for kind of losing your filter a little bit. And as we know, there are some educational settings where maybe a filter is necessary. So not so much this question is asking us to not be honest to our students, more so just looking at how we can still deliver an honest and truthful message with the same power, just maybe not with kind of the brunt nature that radical honesty kind of requires. So that's kind of it for us as far as how we're going to do this. Obviously, this is our primer video, so we're going to be putting this up into the discussion board, and then we'll also be posting along with that written out our discussion or discussion questions rather. And from there, we're going to be kind of moderating the discussion to kind of poke and prod a little bit, pull a little bit out, and see kind of how everybody is dealing with this. We are really excited to see how y'all kind of synthesize with the questions that we've put out there. So thank you all very much for listening to us here. We look forward to seeing the kinds of interactions that we get here on this discussion post. Thank you all very much.